Hi everyone, welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Just Breathe Eve, and I don't normally do my videos like this. I'm hoping you guys like it. I have my beautiful flowers that my sweet boyfriend bought me today because I was feeling a little under the weather for the last week. But magically, I'm assuming it was either them or God that made me feel well enough to make this video. And I thank God, and I pray over all of you that this respiratory season is kind to you. I know my children, they get sick whenever anybody has a sniffle near them, and it's great. We're thriving. But I do hope that it's easy on everyone. So today's video is obviously different. I look different. You guys can actually see me. Hi, how are you? Oh yeah, do you guys like my shirt? It says happy vibes only, because you know, that's where we are in life. We have to have all the happy, positive, gift from God vibes in order to get through life. And I hope this is a little bit better for you guys. I would love to sit here and just chat. Speaking of chat, go down below in the comments and let me know how you're doing today. If you have anything fun planned for this weekend. How was last weekend, Labor Day weekend? I know at our church it was a pretty good weekend. Yeah, just leave me any updates. I love hearing from you guys, and I love hearing your stories and how God's moved in your lives. But moving into today, as you can tell by the title, it's not the best news. So buckle up for a wild ride. I guess we should start with where I've been. Most of it has not been pleasant, but thankfully, here lately, things have been looking up. I've been in court. Yeah. My ex took me to court for custody of my kids. And if you guys know me or know my family, please don't get involved. It's honestly nobody else's business, but I just want to let you guys know why it was a little bit hard for me to get a video up before now, and why the videos might be scattered or look like this during a lot of them. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the words. It's all still really new, and we're navigating it as best we can at this moment. Just kind of praying to God and hoping that things work out. My children love their dad. They love their mom. They don't fully understand everything that's going on, obviously. They're really young, and it's hard to explain it to kids. But when we first separated, the easiest way for me to explain it to them was, hey, now you get to have 2 birthdays. Now you get to have 2 Christmases. Like, this is gonna be great. And yeah, it has not worked out that way. It hasn't been a joyful experience as much as I hoped it would be. I can't talk too much about it, obviously, because we are going through court, but there's a protection order in place to try to keep us safe as best we can, and we're meeting with the guardian ad litem, trying to see how the kids react with us, with him, all of that, and see if it's going to be a good idea to continue a 2-parent household or just a 1-parent household with seeing the other one whenever they decide. So that hasn't been great. On the bright side, my kids are loving church. They're doing great. Oh my goodness, they're getting so big. They truly are a blessing from God. And they started school. I'm so excited. Both of them are making friends, and it's a happy moment, but it's also a moment that's like, man, they're not babies anymore, and one day they're going to be going to college. It's inevitable. They're going to be having babies of their own one day, but I truly cherish these moments with them, and I'm thankful that I am fortunate enough to be able to DoorDash, donate plasma, those sorts of things to provide for them, while also having the flexibility to work around their schedules. And my kids get sick a lot. Every respiratory season, it is horrendous how many times we are in our urgent care or doctor's offices. I feel like last year we went through at least 10 boxes of tissues just within a span of like 3 months. But yeah. So that's where I'm at. I'm meeting with a counselor to make sure my mental health is staying up. With the kids in school, I'm going back to school now. We are striving. Finally got my kids to eat meat. It was a proud mom moment when my one daughter only wanted steak last night, and my other daughter wanted 2 plates of food last night. Going from when we were living with my ex, it would be a miracle if my eldest ate anything more than a bag of Doritos a day, to now she's figuring out that she loves food and she loves different kinds of food. She'll eat bagels and she'll eat carrots, and she was so excited yesterday. She's like, "Mommy, I ate carrots," and I was like, "Great job. Are they sweet? Maybe I should eat more carrots." And we had like a whole little conversation about it, and my youngest's birthday is coming up, and she's so excited, and we're getting ready for birthday parties, and yeah, it's crazy. Honestly, the driving force behind why I have not been depressed and wallowing is, number one, obviously, God. I can't thank God enough for bringing me from the dark place that I was in with my ex to where I'm at now with my kids, and just being a happy family and striving to do the best I possibly can for them, and making sure that I hold strong to my beliefs and values about what that looks like as a mom, and holding others accountable. I really do love everything the way it's going right now, and I hope that every one of you feels that sense of peace, whether it's just praying every day and being like, "God, please just fix my life, please, can you do this, can you do that?" While you're doing that, I'm not saying stop praying to God. I'm saying pray to God for what you want, but also thank Him for all that you already have. I'm going to leave you guys with a little task today, and the task I want you guys to do is to, before bed tonight, spend 5 minutes thinking of 3, 4, or 5 things that you're grateful for today. It can be the food you ate for dinner. It can be that you woke up this morning. It can be that you had enough energy to go wash your hair, because I know for depressed people that is so difficult. For anxious people, maybe you didn't get overstimulated when you went to the store today, or it was a little bit easier because you walked down an aisle where there wasn't anybody. For people with BPD, maybe you didn't have as many triggers today that made your mood shift. Maybe it was an alright day for you. For crazy kids going to school, I wish you the best, and I pray over your entire school year that it be filled with lots of love, laughter, and good friends. Just do me a favor. Think of a few things that you're grateful for today. A few things I'm grateful for today are, one, my boyfriend, because obviously he cares even when I'm snotting at the nose and can't breathe and have to chew with my mouth open because I'm trying to breathe and chew at the same time, or, whatever else I complain about so much. I swear, he could just do one thing and I'm like, you did the dishes wrong. But he does great. And, he takes that and he takes it with a grain of salt, because he knows regardless of what's going on, I'm still always going to be like, I love you. I'm sorry. Again, I want you guys to think of things you're grateful for today. I'm grateful for my daughters. Obviously, I would not be where I am today without my children. Before I had my children, I smoked, some lettuce. I drank. I used vapes. And quite frankly, I used my trauma as a reason to do those things. And I saw a thing on Facebook today that your trauma isn't a reason to act up or to be a version of yourself that you know is not the best version of yourself. As I always like to say, trauma is a reaction to triggers. You're focused on, oh my goodness, this thing, I just got triggered and I don't know how to handle it. For me, I have PTSD from lots of past relationships and even from my home life as a child. And with that PTSD, I can no longer look at red Dodge Dakotas. One of my exes drove a red Dodge Dakota, and it scarred me seeing those vehicles. Or just recently, I've noticed that when I go to sleep at night, I make sure that I lock all doors, windows, everything. I always triple check the girls' camera in their room. I check the camera in the living room. I make sure that everything is signed, sealed, and shut, because of the trauma with my current ex. I'm extremely worried, and things don't always look how you plan them to be, but trauma is a reaction. Trauma is, okay, this scares me, so why does this scare me? Not a reason to do something. Trauma does not force you into drinking. Trauma does not force you into doing drugs. yes, those things happen, but they're not a result of trauma. They're a result of mental health issues surrounding trauma and the person's outlook on life at that moment, and wanting that coping mechanism. Drugs, alcohol, sex, those are all coping mechanisms. My coping mechanism currently, because obviously if I'm not drinking, if I'm not smoking, and that was what I did before kids, what am I gonna do now? Well, I eat. If I'm stressed or anything, I go get a tub of ice cream. My boyfriend has a running joke with me, and my kids even know if I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna sit on the couch, I'm gonna have a tub of ice cream, my kids are gonna have a tub of ice cream, and we're all gonna sit there and cry if we feel like we need to, or we're gonna laugh and we're gonna try to make ourselves feel better. And that's what trauma does. It makes those days harder. It makes you crave coping mechanisms, but trauma is not a reason to do those coping mechanisms. You can strive without using those coping mechanisms. You just have to be strong, be determined, and be committed to bettering yourself and figuring out why you're getting so triggered by certain things. I know why I get triggered by Red Dodge Dakotas. And so now when I see them, I try to see them and not think about what's attached to them, and just try to look at them as any other thing. Even though that is difficult, even though my brain is like, no, this happened, and this is why, and you need to do this now because what if that happened again? Even though my brain's like that, I'm still sitting there thinking, well, where's he at right now? Prison. Okay, you're safe. Breathe. If he's in prison, he can't get to you. Why are you letting it ruin your day? Ruin your day with your kids. Why are you going to let it push you back into old ways of coping? Why would you let it do that to you? There's no reason for it. Or, with my current ex, he's not in prison. I might have to see him at court. There's a protection order, but I don't know, to me, a protection order helps. It lets people believe you more, but at the end of the day, it is just a piece of paper. And, it can only help you so far. If anything were to happen, that can help. That proves, hey, you broke this, you're going to jail. But it does not stop that act from happening. It could make them double check, what they're doing and how they do it, but it doesn't stop it. So, I don't know. I appreciate it. I am thankful for it. And, at the end of the day, it does help. So my advice to everyone is, don't let your coping mechanisms get the best of you. You're stronger than that. We can do better. We are better. I'll leave you guys with that, and don't forget, think of all the things you're grateful for today. It's sunny out where I live. Sometimes we just need a little sunshine to brighten up our lives. And, oh yeah, try to do some sort of grounding today. Go outside with your shoes off, walk through the grass, be a kid again, and run through the dirt. Just do something that helps you ground yourself and come back to, I'm alive, I'm here, and today's gonna get better. Thank you guys. Till next time.